Welcome to Space Combat Training, Cadet. If you hope to return in one piece, you'd better know the basics of starfighter control. Your cruiser is under attack. Jump into any starfighter and launch from the hangar. Use the throttle to accelerate through space, or to slow down as you approach a hangar. Time is of the essence, so all ships are equipped with a boost for a burst of speed. Don't let the enemy get away. Activate target tracking to follow their movements. They can run, but they can't hide. The distance indicator will tell you how far away the enemy is and whether they're above or below you. Clever pilots always lock on to the enemy. Missiles will seek a locked target. This is the best way to dispatch your foe. Use bombers wisely to disable enemy shields and other hard targets along the exterior. Land in the enemy hangar to attack where they're most vulnerable. Take them by surprise by bringing a squad of reinforcements in your transport. Your snub fighters are no match for the might of a fully armed capital ship. Crafty pilots will even the odds with a bit of sabotage. Strike the key systems from within. A time bomb or rocket will make short work of those targets. Now you know what it takes to survive in space. For further instruction in the cockpit and a taste of real combat, play Rise of the Empire. Good luck, Cadet, and may the Force be with you.
In the waning months of the Clone Wars, the 501st faced missions critical to the agenda of Chancellor Palpatine. When we arrived at the bombed-out ruins of Megiddo, our Jedi commander believed we had been sent to take out a droid energy collector. What Ki-Adi-Mundi didn't know, however, was that our unit of the 501st was really after an experimental Megiddan power source that the Chancellor wanted for his super laser. Keeping Mundi in the dark wasn't easy. The Jedi had become increasingly wary of the Chancellor's doings, and were on the lookout for the slightest hint of treachery. Just like the rest of them, though, he never caught whiff of what was really going on, until it was far too late.
All right, men. Today's target is an energy collector on the northern section of the platform. If we can take it down, production facilities in the area will grind to a halt. Let's move them out. The enemy's forward command post is on the other side of this bridge. We'll have to get going before moving on.
Let's turn this place into a scrap pile.
Get behind the shield and take out the generator. Capture the CP. Will serve as an excellent lookout point for our mission. And return them to the dropship on the other side of the bridge. Now take the crystals back to the dropship.
Sir, I can see the dropship.
Nicely done, gentlemen. Your work here today has made the Chancellor a very happy man.
The success of the mission on Megiddo was something of a revelation for the men of the 501st. Suddenly, we realized that the Jedi could be fooled. And if they could be fooled, they could be killed. As the Clone Wars progressed, more and more ground-based legions found themselves pressed into space combat, including the fighting forces of the 501st. For months, every hour of our downtime was spent in the simulator, preparing for the time we would face our enemies from the cockpit of a 170. Finally, the day came to earn our wings. The CIS had staged a daring kidnapping of Chancellor Palpatine and was being escorted from Coruscant by a fleet of separatist ships. With only a few veteran pilots on planet, many of the 501st were pressed into service to drive off the Seps and buy time for a pair of Jedi Knights to rescue the Chancellor.
All hands to battle station. Repeat, all hands to battle station.
Pilots and Marines, get to your ships. The Jedi are depending on you. Incoming fighters, take them out.
After disabling the final capital ship, General Kenobi and Skywalker took advantage of the opportunity we'd created and rescued the Chancellor. Took all the credit, too. It's been said that the 501st got the best of the war. We also got the worst. On Felucia, the Seps dug their metal heels into the muck of that alien hellhole and dared the Republic to come in after them. So we did. Only to be met with the month after month of flesh-eating diseases, shrieking nocturnal predators, and other sights that haunt me to this day. Cut off and for all we knew, abandoned by our superiors. Our only hope was Ayla Secura, our Jedi commander. Without her iron will, none of us would have come out of that mess with our sanity or our lives. When her death came, I hope it was quick. She earned that much.
Our forward unit is under attack by some kind of creatures. Get up there and give them some support.
What is that thing? Where are they? Oh, no, they're all dead!
This ATTE is out of commission.
Movement to the north!
Here they come. Wipe out these creatures before they rip our unit apart. Units have been detected moving in this direction. Defend the ATTE until Jedi Master Secura arrives.
Copy that. Got it. Copy that.
RTE has been reactivated. The CIS offensive is being mounted from the fungal tree to the south. Advance on their base of operations there and take out their primary defense turrets.
When the 501st was finally rotated out of Felucia, Ayla Secura made a point of seeing us off personally, calling us the bravest soldiers she had ever seen. It's a good thing we were wearing helmets, because none of us could bear to look her in the eye. When the Separatists' invasion of Kashyyyk caught the Republic flat-footed, a detachment of the 501st was sent in to stop the bleeding until reinforcements could arrive. It was a textbook suicide mission, and we knew it. As we fought our way into Kashyyyk's atmosphere, most of us believed that the only way we'd be getting off this planet was in a body bag.
Bomber incoming. Repeat, bomber incoming.
The droids have put up a blockade around Kashyyyk. If we're going to punch through, we'll need to weaken their forces. Pilots, focus your attacks on their support ships. internal systems. Support system. Battle plan holocron and bring it back to our hangar. Let's get down there and liberate Kashyyyk.
Bullseye!
As the 501st finally broke through the SEP blockade over Kashyyyk, I took a long look back at the battle that continued to rage over the planet and wondered why so many had to die for a bunch of walking carpets. Then I followed my orders and turned planetward. When we arrived on Kashyyyk, things were just as bad as we feared. The droids had a When we arrived on Kashyyyk, things were just as bad as we feared. The droids had us outgunned, outmaneuvered, and outmanned by a 5-to-1 margin. What none of us had counted on was the Wookiees. We'd all heard the stories, of course, but we'd never fought next to them. Never seen them rip apart a droid with their bare hands. They were magnificent. Even so, it was still a suicide mission. At least it was until Master Yoda arrived. Then it became a battle. A winnable battle.
This is it, men. We have to hold this beachhead until reinforcements arrive. No retreats, no excuses. oil refinery at all costs. If we don't, this whole place is going to blow. Brace yourselves. They've breached the sea wall. Brace yourselves. They've breached the sea wall. Brace yourselves.
Second wave of troops is being depleted.
Brace yourselves. They've breached the sea wall. Brace yourselves. Now let's push forward and send them packing.
Proud I am. Just stand by Wookiees in their hour of need.
fight another day.
With the timely arrival of Master Yoda, the 501st was able to hold the line against the Seps on Kashyyyk. We left as heroes. Years later, we'd return as conquerors. In our bones, we knew the war was almost over. The galaxy held its breath, waiting to see which side would make the final, daring move. As fortune would have it, the Republic moved first. After the Chancellor informed the Jedi Council that General Grievous and the Sep leaders were hiding on Utapau, General Kenobi gathered an army large enough to capture 3 star systems. When the orders reached the 501st, our morale soared. For better or worse, this would be the beginning of the end.
There is a 2-story building just a bit southwest of your position. Assault that command post. Capture the CP. Will serve as an excellent lookout point for our mission. Secure the area. support units. Destroy the other gun and Hangar 10 will be out. Stand by for heavy support units, soldier. Tanks incoming. Now, soldier, destroy that energy tower. For the Republic, we are victorious.
With the death of General Grievous at the hands of General Kenobi, the Utapau raid had broken the back of the Separatists. Under normal circumstances, it would have been a time for celebration. But our next orders put paid to those thoughts.